All right, howdy everybody. I don't usually do this, but I want to show you something. If there's anybody out there that kind of watch my channel closely, that you know that I'm kind of gluten sensitive, borderline like celiac. Yeah, it's one of those things, right? Gluten is a protein found in wheat, barley, and rye, and in corn is something very similar to gluten. So anyway, and no, they don't sponsor me, but I just discovered these things. RX bar, no BS, right? I was looking for something because I'm always looking for like a new snack that I can tolerate, and I just discovered these, and they're a little bit pricey. I think this box of 12 bars was about 16 bucks. Yes, I know, pricey. So, no, they don't sponsor my channel, but if they want to. I see that on so many other channels. But no, I'm just telling you that these are my new go-to RX bar. Now, there's several different varieties, but the one I've tried so far is the chocolate sea salt. So, there you have it. Just something to know. I'll give you a shot of the back. You can pause it and take a look. Now, it doesn't say certified gluten. Oh, it does say gluten-free. But I went to the website, I think, and they said certified gluten-free, I believe. So I don't know why it's gluten-free versus, from what I've known, what I know through my research, when it says gluten-free, it's not. It doesn't mean that it could be like cross-contaminated with some wheat during the journey somewhere. So, just be careful. So hold on a second. Okay, finally got something done. Because I've been, moving a little bit slowly. I had, just one of those things. So I'm finally kind of getting back into the groove little by little. And I wanted to show you what I got done today. I got these two panels glued, we'll say, with thin set. It is a glue process. It's like a glue, right? Thin set does act like a glue. And these two panels are done. And I got my two seams done. Now I made two buckets of, two batches of thin set, and I got, on the first batch, I got this one done, and part of my seam seal. I'm calling that seam seal because, I mean, you could call, I don't know what the official name is, but that's what it's doing. It's sealing the seam. So I had to make another batch, and I made it quick, and you can see there's some left. I could probably do part of my walls and whatnot, but no, I'm gonna let this. I don't want to mess with it. I'm gonna let this sit for a good day. I'll let this dry up a little bit, and I'll take it outside later and deal with that. What else did I want to tell you? Oh, I was refining my technique like I always do, and the width of that seam seal takes about 5 boxes, I believe it was. Yeah, just about. So what I do is I make sure that I get, with the thin set, I make sure that I get a good bottom, layer of thin set down, right? That fills all the boxes and gives me a good wide spread, pretty thick, because you can squeeze it out with the trowel. And I go over, I use my 6-inch trowel to, kind of spread it out, thicken it up a little bit. And then I take my other trowel, my notch trowel, and I do a light trowel over the top of it. It's not like a skim coat. I just want to put the grooves in, but I don't want to remove a whole lot of thin set. I couldn't show you. I was thinking about showing you, but I'm like, there's probably a bunch of different videos out there that'll explain it better than I'm explaining it. But I just kind of want to, so I developed that. Well, I don't know if it's the right way or the wrong way, but it's my way, and it's, I know what needed to be done. I know what the end result I had to get. The end result was getting thorough spread, a nice little thick. When I say thick, I'm thinking I'm going to say thicker than an eighth, right? You don't want to go too crazy, so an eighth is pretty good. Before you put your tape down, and then you can squeegee out some. You don't want to squeegee out all of it, because that's not what you want to do. You want to squeegee a little, and you want to leave a good little thinner layer, maybe a 1/16, as your layer that will dry and adhere. And also on the edges, you can see how I pulled the thin set out on the edges. I wanted to fill in, and I'll push it in so you can see. I wanted to fill in along where there was a box open. I wanted to make sure that I put thin set in that box. You can see it good over here. See what I did over here? I wanted to make sure that I filled in those boxes underneath the tape and the box. And then I just brought it out a little bit. So I think it's going to be fine. And I brought it up the walls. You can see I brought it up the walls. All right. Now there's also going to be my seam tape going across all the way around. I'm going to do all the boundary around. And I'm going to use those Curdy, the Sluter corners. They make these inside. Hold on, I think I got some. Yeah, the bathroom one, the toilet area one is drying up pretty good. It's probably maybe 100% dry. So here's the corners, right? So let me see if I can show you how this would work. Hold on. Trying to do this with one hand. I didn't know they were folded so well, but they are. Okay, there it is. See the corner? Yeah, you get the idea. See the corner? Yeah, it's folded really good. Put a little weight on there. Okay. So you get the idea. That's an inside corner. They make outside corners. I'm going to have to improvise on my odd angle corner. I think those are 22.5 equals 45. So we'll work it out. I'm not worried about it. I'll figure something out. So yeah, that's what it looks like when it's all dry. That's the corners that I'm going to use for my inside corners and my outside corners. And these two seams are done. And I'm done for the day. So yeah, I'm glad I got something done, but it is work. I got a little lazy on this one, and I sat down, truth be told, don't tell anybody, but I used this instead of using my knee, on my knees and troweling. I sat on my butt and used that. So there you have it. Don't tell anybody. All right, let me kind of back out of here a little bit, and I'll leave you with this shot right here. So yeah, I'm kind of glad I got something done, because it's been, I got to get this thing moving. As long as I go little by little, I'll get there. All right. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. There'll be more to come.